Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. As you can see, we've got the football mat out once again because we are going to unveil another test project that I'm working on. This one's taking us back to the gridiron circa 1998 for a matchup in APBA Football between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles during week 1 of the 1998 NFL season. We are going to be at Veterans Stadium for this one, as we've got the fans filing in for this matchup in the NFC. Actually, this is an interconference matchup. But you're probably confused about, okay, Phoenix Knight, aren't you going to be using an APBA shaker? I've got the shaker ready right here, but we're not going to be using that right away, because what we're doing here, first we need to set the scene, because I am not playing a 4-quarter game in the space of like an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. So I've got house rules to figure out, okay, what's the score coming into the 4th quarter? So the first thing we're going to do is we've actually got the main tower, my main dice tower in shot, and we're going to roll this up using a game called Final Score Football by Downey Games. I've got the chart right here, and as part of my ticker preparation, I actually pulled the final score ratings for both teams. If this test goes well, then I will run the full ticker for the week. So let's jump right into the first part of this test, and I actually need that sheet close. So let's roll for Final Score Football. We're going to use red for the Seahawks, blue for the Eagles in Final Score. The Seahawks are an M61, so on the chart in Final Score Football, we'll go on M until we drop down to 61, and we'll see that they score 10 points. The Eagles are an E, rolled an E46, so on column E46, oh, that's a big quarter. Let's see if I've got the charts for that printed out. I should. Let's see, Final Score Football, here we go, big quarter. So now we're going to roll on that chart for the Eagles, and I'll point out what the chart actually does. All right, that is a 36, which is no point. So the big quarter was apparently a dud quarter for the Eagles in this one. So far, 10-0 in favor of the Seahawks. We roll ticker, we roll the second quarter and final score. Seattle this time rolls a 35 on column M. Once I pull that up, M35 is going to be another 6 points. That brings the Seahawks up to 16 points. The Eagles rolled an E55. So on E55, that'll get the Eagles on the board with a touchdown for 7 points. So going into halftime, the Seahawks are leading the Eagles 16-7, and the fans at Veterans Stadium are not happy with what they see. So now we roll for the third quarter. Seahawks roll an M54, so on M54, we drop down, and that'll be another 10 points to the Seahawks, which will bring them up to 26. Eagles rolled an E63. An E63, the Eagles are engineering a comeback here. And it is now 26-21 in favor of the Seahawks as we get ready for the 4th quarter of this game. So that's the score it's at. Now let's roll for the situation. In order to roll for the situation of the game, we can get the final score charts out of the way. In order to roll for the situation, next we need to roll for the down. Actually, we need to roll for possession. For that, we're going to roll a D6. 1 to 4, it's that down. 5 will be the kickoff. 6 will be a reroll. All right, so we're on a kickoff down. Next, actually, so we're on a kickoff down. Let me get my play log here ready to go. So I'm going to finish making some notes here. We're on 4, kickoff. Let's see who's going to be kicking it off. Odds, actually, how did we do this? Odds, Seattle's kicking off. Evens, Philadelphia is. Evens, Philadelphia's kicking off. Okay, so we don't need the kickoff there. We also don't need the yardage. We do need to roll for timeouts, though. Once again, we'll roll red for Seattle, blue for Philadelphia. We'll roll D3. 1 to 2 is 1, and so on. All right, so the Seahawks have 2 timeouts left. Philadelphia has all 3 of theirs. So Seattle 2, Philadelphia 3. Okay, I think that is everything in the game. That should be everything we need to set this game up. So I'm going to grab another play log, since I will probably need that. And I think we are all set once I get this clipboard out of my way. We should be all set to jump into this game. I'll flip my big red book, which I'm going to keep. So there's my big red book for APBA Football. I will be keeping that off shot. Kicking and returns. All right, I'm going to grab an arrow token so I can mark what column I need to look at for returns, or for everything during the play. So we're going to be kicking off. Actually, now we can get the tower out of the way. We won't need that until it's time to run the ticker. I should also warn you guys that I'm not the best at APBA Football, so we'll see how this goes. If I do anything wrong, feel free to point it out to me. I may not be able to do anything with it in the moment because there is a delay on chat, but I will do my best. We can get that out of the way. I've got Seattle set up to go this way. Philadelphia is set to go that way. I won't need those dice until later either. Those can go in the tower, and I think we're all set to go with this game. So we'll bring the kickoff out to the 30, since this is 1998. And Philadelphia is going to be kicking it that way. So we are all set. So we need Philadelphia's special teams. So first player we need is Chris Boniel for the Eagles. He will be kicking off. We'll get the returners ready for the Seahawks. We'll get their special teams ready. So let's roll for the kickoff. All right, a 43 on a K column is a 33. That will be a 44-yard kickoff, a pretty bad kick, 0-10. So 0-10, that'll be offense. That'll be Pritchard fielding that 44 yards down the field. 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 44, 0-10. And on a return, I believe we roll on a return. If it's not the primary returner, they check on the, I believe, R column. Let's see, punts and returns. Let's see, kickoffs. Well, the R column, when the R column is used for any kind of return, so referred to by the little O number. All right, so we roll on the, since he's the primary kick returner, read his results. So if he's just an OA, then read the, so it looks like read from the R column. All right, so kickoff. We've got the kick, offense receives, returns, kickoff. Here we go. All right, so Peterson fielding that one at the 26. 53 is going to be a 12, and that will be a 19-yard return. So 10, 20, 19. And there is no time advancement, I don't believe, on special teams plays. Or it would be 15 seconds if anything. So let me just double check that. Where is time advancement? Let's see, time advancement. I know it's 30 seconds for, well, I know it's a half play for it would be a half play, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be 30 plays long. Okay, so, or half plays, so, and all plays where the ball changes possession. Okay, so that'll be a half play, which will be 15 seconds. So now we're looking at 1st and 10 for Seattle from their own 45. So they're going to call for, so Seattle now with the ball, they're going to call for, they want to chew clock up right now, so they're going to give this one over to Waters. This is going to be an inside run to Waters. We'll see what kind of defense the Eagles are rolling. We've got the defensive play calling cards that we'll be using, so it's a -8. Then we'll find the the column here for these. So we should be looking for defenses 31 and offenses 15. Yep, here we go. So first we need to get the defense for the Eagles. That is a 12 on a run play. Looks like they're playing pass. So CD is what we get. So CD. And then we'll roll on Waters' card to resolve the play. And that's what this arrow is going to be for. All right, that is a 23 on Waters' column. That'll be a 29. And that'll be a 2-yard loss. So Waters goes in the wrong direction. I'm going to put the cards down here, I think. We won't need the special teams for now. We will tick off another 30 seconds. And it will be 2nd and 12, as Uncle Dave Gardner now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Seriously, Dave, I'm curious, why does everybody always call you Uncle Dave? This just never made sense to me. Maybe it's a community thing, but perhaps you can enlighten me on that, since I'm still somewhat new to the community. And yes, I'm running a small ticker test project. So on 2nd and 12, I think the Seahawks are probably just going to keep running it up the gut. They're going to give it back. They're going to run Waters back on that. So that's what we're going to do there. Mike Pritchard is part of the offense. Okay, so they go there. Al started that. Al, Red Sox fan, I assume? All right, so the Seahawks are going to continue trying to chew up clock. We've got the defensive play calling card for the Eagles here. 22, oh boy, that's an AG. So the Eagles this time are expecting the run. So on an AG, and Waters we'll get the handoff from who's the quarterback? From Moon. Here's the run. 53 is going to be a 19. This is 1998 I'm doing, by the way. I probably forgot to mention that in the intro. Anyway, 53 coming back to Waters is a 19, and that will be a 2-yard gain, so back to the original line of scrimmage. And we'll tick off another 30 seconds since it is a complete play. On 45, that should be 43. I think the Seahawks are going to have to put this one in the air, unfortunately, for them. They are going to try to throw this one to Pritchard, I think. Wait a second. He's down here. So Pritchard is going to get that one on a... Actually, that's going to be coming off a Moon's card on a pass, isn't it? So they're going to go medium pass to Pritchard. And let's see what kind of defense the Eagles are looking at on this one. They're going to go medium pass. 36. They'll be in standard for this one. All right, so medium pass BS, and that comes off of Moon's card. So let's see what the Seahawks are able to do with the pass on this play. That's a 51. That'll be an 8. And that will be an 11-yard gain, and that'll just barely be enough for a Seahawks first down to get them into Eagles territory. We'll tick off 30 seconds for the completed pass. And it is now 1st and 10 for the Seahawks as they've gained Philadelphia territory. Seattle will be at the Philadelphia 44 for this one. And they're going to start the inside run to Waters again. Actually, they're going to give this one to Max Strong. See if he has any better luck than... We'll see if he has any better luck than Waters did running the ball. Oop. We'll get the defensive play call for the Eagles on this one. Looking at an inside run. 23. The Eagles are playing pass on this one. We've got an inside run as the Eagles are playing for the pass on this one. Let's see what Strong is able to do with this one. He gets the handoff from Moon, and here's the run. 54 is a 35, and that is going to be 1 TE, so probably a penalty check of some kind. I need to make a cop. Actually, 1 TE will be an E-column penalty. So that's a 1 penalty. We'll go to the penalty chart, which is back here. So I'm going to put a marker in here. We need to find T. So that's an E-column penalty. Here we are. We'll tick off 15 seconds as there's a penalty stoppage of play. And the penalty here is going to be a 42. And a 3 is going to be an encroachment on the defense, which will be a 5-yard penalty plus the one we got from the play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Actually, they would take the penalty, so it would be 1st and 5. Seattle from the Philadelphia 39. So we'll back them up another yard since they don't get the play after taking the penalty. Seahawks are going to go inside run to Strong again. Let's see what kind of defense the Eagles are in. 26. The Eagles are in standard for this one. So that's going to be another inside run once we get back over to the run chart. And here's the handoff to Strong and the result. 54 is a 35. That can't be good. That's 2 yards and another possible penalty. So we'll tick off another 15 seconds and we'll go right back to the penalty chart once again. I should really have put in tabs for the penalty chart. I think I just ran out of tabs at the time. Now that I've got more, I should put tabs in here. But I'm still not completely sure what I'm doing with APBA Football yet. 54 on column E is going to be a 4. That'll be a false start on the offense and back to the original line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're right back to the original line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, Seattle from the Philadelphia 44. This time they are going to hand the ball back to Waters, as the Seahawks are very much in chewing clock mode at this point of the game. Wait a second. Are they giving it to Waters? Why do I have Amon Green in here then? Did I grab the wrong group of players? I didn't think I did. I'm going to pull Amon Green out here. Wait a second. Did I get the special teams? I think I got the special teams mixed in here. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's what happened here. Looks like I got the special teams mixed in. That's why I had Amon Green in there. So coming back, now that I'm done being an idiot for the time being, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold up. Hang on just a second. 9, 10. Who am I missing? Joey Galloway, Howard Ballard, Brian Habib, Kevin Glover, Pete Kendall, Walter Jones, Deems May, Warren Moon, Ricky Waters, Mike Pritchard. That might be the problem here. Mike Pritchard. Okay, found him. Mike Pritchard, Max Strong. Okay. Phoenix Knight idiot moment over. So now that we're on inside to run to Waters, let's see what kind of defense the Eagles are playing for that. That's a 26. Once again, the Eagles are in standard. Let's see. We need an AS on an inside run between the offenses 15 and 30. Okay. Oh, inside run. Here we go. So inside run AS. All right. Moon drops back. He will hand the ball off to Waters, and here's the result. 56 is going to be a 25, and that'll be no gain. And for once, no penalty. I'm going to find somewhere else to put I want to get the mailer that I keep my teams in out of the way so I can spread the book out a little bit more. Actually, I kind of want the book fairly close. So we're doing a little bit of off-camera arranging. I think that will work. All right, so now we're looking at 2nd and 10. Seattle from the Philadelphia 44. They're going to air this one out on they're going to go short pass to May. Eagles looking at a pass play. What kind of defense are the Eagles playing? That's a 53 against the pass. They're in standard for this one. All right, so on what did we say? Short pass? Yep. So they're in standard for that one. Moon's got the ball. He's going to drop back. Once I get Moon's card in shot, well, not in shot, but where I can see it anyway. Here's the throw from Moon. 31 is going to be a 9, which a 9 is going to be a 7-yard pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll tick off 30 seconds for a completed play as Justin Ludwig joins us here at Veterans Stadium. How do I decide which offensive plays to call? I just decide what plays both teams are going to be calling on offense. For defense, each team has a defensive play calling card based on the difference between their offense and the opposing defense. So because Philadelphia actually, hold on. I think I flipped the cards. So, hold on. Did I do this math wrong? So 32 for Seattle and 35 for defense on Philadelphia. Philadelphia on defense should have a +3 offense card. So hold on. Let's get the right offensive card out. Apparently Phoenix Knight is not done being an idiot tonight. So +3 card for Philadelphia. Seattle looking at a 37 defense to a 29 offense. They should have a +8 card. Whoops. Well, not the first time I've made a mistake, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But at least now that I think I've got that all straight now. So maybe we'll actually get some defense going here on this one. Well, somebody decided to be a dope anyway. That somebody being, of course, yours truly. Anywho, what did I do with my pen right here? So now the Seahawks are, now that we've got the right defenses out, Seahawks are looking at 3rd and 3 from the Philadelphia 37. They are going to go for another short pass to May. See if they can get the first down over the air. Philadelphia on defense. 54 against the pass. They're playing run. So a short pass, AG. Moon will drop back once again. He's got eyes only for his tight end. And here comes the pass. 35 for Moon is going to be another 9, and I'm pretty sure that is going to be a first down. That'll be a 12-yard pickup over the air. So 10, 11, 12, and that will be a Seattle first down. Seattle will be at the Philadelphia 25 once I get everything updated. First down, we'll tick off 30 seconds for the completed play. And on first down, now with the playbook open, they're going to go back to Waters on an outside run this time. And then the Eagles in 33, they've got to be waiting for it. Yep, they're waiting for the run. So that will be, we're looking for an inside run. I believe we said CG. Yep. So Waters will take the handoff from Moon, and here's the result of the run. 65 on a run is a 24. 24 is going to be no gain. That'll be 2nd and 10. As Seattle chewing up the... Actually, that should have been on an outside run, but I don't think the result would have been much better. A 2-yard loss, actually. So 1-2. Which means it's 2nd and 12 for Seattle from the Philadelphia 27. They're going to go medium pass to... Seattle's going to go medium pass, and they're going to go for Pritchard on this one. And the pass for the Eagles, or the defense for the Eagles, is a 42, and they're in standard for this one. So medium pass, CS. Moon will drop back on this one. And here comes the throw from Moon. He's looking for Pritchard over the slot. 51 on a pass play is going to be an 8. And that's going to be a respectable 7-yard pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, we said. Taking off another 30 seconds. And it's 3rd and 5 for Seattle from the Philadelphia 20. They're in the red zone. And they're going to go outside run to Waters. And the Eagles, the defense they're calling for is a 31. They're in standard. Philadelphia's got their default set of starters out. Let's see if Waters can take advantage of this one. Moon takes the snap from the center. He drops back. He's going to give the pitch over to Waters. Waters takes it to the outside. Here's the run. 33. Oh boy. 33 on a run is going to be a 15. And that's going to be a 14-yard pickup by Waters as he gets into the secondary before getting taken down at the Philadelphia 6. Stadium groans. Ugh. More importantly, though, that is a Seattle first down, as we're going to be looking at 1st and goal for Seattle from the Philadelphia 6. And I think there's nothing cute here. I think you just try to smash this into the end zone. They'll give that to Waters. on an inside run. 46. And the Eagles are going to be in standard on this one. Let's see. So we're inside. Okay, so we need to get to the offenses. No, defense is 14 in the goal line. So we want to be actually and 0-15. So yeah, we need to be at defenses 9 and the goal line in the 9. So that's going to be an inside run, and the Eagles are BS. They're in standard for this one. So Waters, or Moon, is going to drop back with the pass. He'll give that off to Waters, and here comes the run. 63 for Waters is going to be a 14 and F20. So it looks like it's going to be a fumble in the end zone, if that's what I think is going to happen here. Yes, there is a fumble on the play as Waters gets into actually 20 yards in. Would that be a fumble? So that's an F20. We've got to see what happens on the fumble. As Thomas Bartlett joins us here at Veterans Stadium. All right, 63 on F20 is going to be 607, and falling on that will be May, and he'll save the touchdown. As Seattle gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Score is now 32-21 Seattle, pending the extra point. So we'll see here in a second if the Seahawks are able to add the extra point. As the offense manages to take advantage of the somewhat short field to get that one in. Todd Peterson will come in to try to attempt the extra point. Once I find my kicking column once again. This time it's tabbed. Offense kicks on the extra point. So that'll be a K column for Peterson. 66 will be a 38. I'd be stunned if that's anything. Yep, that'll be extra point. Will be up, and it'll be good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead 33-21. And I forgot to tick off 30 seconds for the touchdown play, and then another 15 for the extra point. Taking a quick drink. And then we'll bring the ball back to the Seattle 30 for the kickoff. I'm open to my kicking page. So now we need the kickoff for the Seahawks, and that'll be Peterson making the kick, and he will kick. That's a 16 on the kick. That'll be a 5, which will be 67 yards, fielded by 09 at the 3. 09 for the Eagles. To get the special teams out of the way, we'll bring the Seattle defense in a second. So 67-09 we established. Fielding that for the Eagles will be Deuce Staley. Looks like on an OC he does get a. Oh no, never mind. He gets an R column on that one. So Staley from the 3. 44 is a 16 on an R, so that's a kickoff return. What did we say? 44 was a 16. Wow! Staley's going to get a hold of that one, and that'll be a 53-yard return. What a return by Deuce Staley. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3 into Seahawks territory. Stadium cheers. Yay! Eagles have a lot of time to come back into this game. So they're not necessarily going to be rushing for the passing just yet. 1st and 10. Eagles from the Seattle 44. The Eagles have got to get points out of this, preferably a touchdown. That can go away. The Eagles will start off with they'll start off with an outside run to Staley, see if he can break something loose. Because again, you've got 9 minutes left in the quarter, all 3 of your timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. That's not just forever, but it's a pretty long time in the football world. Seahawks looking for a defense. 44, they're probably waiting for this one. Yep, they're in a run defense. So let's get back over to defense is 10 and 30, so we should be at D31 and O10. That's an outside run on a BG. All right, so that will be Rodney Peete dropping back with that one. He will give the handoff to Staley, and here's the run. 42 for Staley is going to be an 18. That's probably not good. 18 is going to be, well, decent. It's a 4-yard pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bringing the Eagles, actually, yeah, 4-yard pickup will tick off 30 seconds. And then that'll be 2nd and 6. That'll be 2nd and 6 for the Eagles at the Seattle 40. And they're going to run it back to Staley again. Let's see what kind of defense the Seahawks are going to be in this time. That's a 24. This time they're in standard. Let's see what the Eagles can do with this play. $66. Oh boy. 66. Roll again on the K column. That Staley looks like he got loose. 43 on a K column is going to be an 18. And an 18 will be a 6-yard run and out of bounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means the out of bounds means we only tick off 15 seconds for the play. And I know Dave's got a house rule where if you get exactly to the first down marker, you measure for it, and there's a die roll for that. I'm not going to use that as a house rule while I'm still somewhat learning this game. But we will be looking at a Philadelphia first down from the Seattle 34. And they're going to go with a pass over to, they're going to go with a medium pass to Graham. And the Seahawks on the pass, that's a 65. They will be in standard on that one. So that'll be a medium, what did we say? Medium pass. Medium pass in standard. So we need Rodney Peete's card in shot. Peete takes the snap. He will drop back. And here comes the throw. 42 is a 10. And that's going to be a 4-yard pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll tick off 30 seconds on the completed pass, and then it'll be 2nd and 6. From the Seattle 30. Seattle is going to go with an outside run to Staley. Seahawks on defense. That's a 35. They're in standard. They're actually in a pretty weak defense as well. So on an outside run, CS. Staley with some real potential to do some damage here. Peete will take the snap. He'll turn, pitch it over to Staley. Staley breaks to the outside, and here's the run. 35 is a 17, and that's going to be a 6-yard pickup, and that should be another Eagles first down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be another Eagle first down. We'll tick off another 30 seconds. 7:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Eagles with a fresh set of downs once again, steadily marching. Philadelphia this time is at the Seattle 24. They're going to go with a medium. They're going to go with a short pass to Dunn. Jason Dunn. So we need Pete's card and shot for that. And the Seahawks defense is a 45, and they're in standard for this one. So a short pass in standard, and let's see what Pete can do as he drops back into the shotgun. He will take the snap as Dunn breaks over the middle, and can Pete find him with the pass? Let's find out. 35 on a pass play is going to be a 9, and he will find Dunn for a 6-yard pickup. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll tick off another 30 seconds as Seattle does not seem to want to stop Philadelphia on this run, on this drive. That will be 2nd and 4 for Philadelphia from the Seattle 18. And they're going to put this one, they're going to give this one to Turner on an inside run it up the gut. Seahawks looking for a defense. 54. And Seattle is guessing they're going to try to pass this one. Can the Eagles take advantage of this one? We're looking for an inside run. And that'll be BD. So inside run, BD. Pete will turn around. He'll give that one over to the rumbling fullback Turner, Kevin Turner. He will take the handoff, and here's the run. 15 is a 4. And that's going to be a 12-yard pickup as Turner's going to rumble ahead for a dozen, and that will be a Philadelphia first down. Stadium cheers. Yay! We'll tick off another 30 seconds, and then it'll be 1st and goal for Philly from the Seattle 6. Now Philly, nothing cute here. They're going to give that back to Turner and try to run that right into the end zone. As the rumbling fullback got ahead for a dozen. Let's see what the Seahawks defense calls for here. That's a 12, and the Seahawks, they're playing pass. If the Phillies are going to slip into the end zone, this is how they're going to do it. Pete will turn around, hand that off to Turner. Turner will take it, and can the line get the push? Let's find out. That's a 61. That'll be an 8, and on an inside run, that'll be 8 yards, and that will be a Philly touchdown as they will get that play right back. Philly now finds himself down 33-27. And now we need Chris Boniel to attempt the extra point. We'll get the defensive card ready. And we'll get over to the kicking chart. Let's see. Offense kicks extra point. Here comes Boniel with the kick. 52 is going to be a 26. That'll be up, and that will be good. As Philly responds to the Seattle touchdown drive with one of their own. Score is now 33-28 in favor of the Seahawks. And now we'll bring the ball back to the 30, and that's where Boniel will kick it back to the Seahawks. So now we're looking at the kickoff. 34 on a K is going to be a 35. That will be 59 yards, 09 TL. So we're going to have a penalty, a potential penalty. I believe. Let's see, TL should be an L column penalty. And that is, but we'll check the flag after the play. So 55-09. So I forgot to make my notes here. Kickoff, so that was 55-09 TL. We'll check the flag after the play. 09 for the Seahawks is Waters. That's the defense I've got. So that's Waters. He's going to make a return on the R column. So 55, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down at the 15. Let's see what Waters can do with this one. 53 is a 19. And a 19 will be a 25-yard return. Waters will bring that out to the 40 if the penalty holds. So we'll go to the penalty chart. That'll be an L column penalty. Here we are. So an L column penalty, which looks like it's mostly full of kick team penalties. That's a 34. And an 18 will be offsides on so that'll be offsides on the return team. 5-yard penalty. Presumably we re-kick. So 5. So offside, return team, 5, re-kick. So that'll bring us up to the 35, where we'll try again on the kickoff. So Bonio will try again from 5 yards closer to the end zone. 15 on a kick is going to be a 5. So now we're back to the kickoff again. That is a 5. That'll be 67-09, but that'll be enough for a touchback. So that'll come back out to the 20 for the Seahawks. We'll tick off another 15 seconds. And then the Seahawks will be looking at 1st and 10 from their 20. Once I get my chart adjusted here, that should be offense goal line and 9. So I want to be defenses 10 and 30. So I want to be offenses 15. Okay, so this is the chart I want to be on. Took me a minute to get that sorted out. But now the Seahawks are just looking to continue chewing up clock. So I think with that in mind, they're going to give it back to... They're going to run it back with Strong on an inside run. So we'll bring the play calling card up along with the Seahawks offense, as that will be going to Strong on the run play. Seattle's defensive card can go away for the time being. And Philly on their defense will be looking at a 51. Wow, they guessed right on the run, so they're waiting for this one. So this is an inside run, and Philly's waiting for it. Let's see what Strong can do with this one. Moon takes the snap. He'll hand it over to Strong, and here's the run. 54 is going to be a 35. And 0 will be, that's a no play and an E penalty. Let's see what the flag is. Let's see what the flag is on this play. So an E penalty. We'll tick off 15 seconds for the penalty while we roll this. Let's see, a 52 on an E penalty is going to be a 7, and that's going to be holding on the offense. So holding on the offense, which will push them back 10 yards into their own 10. So 1st and 20 now. Seattle from their own 10. As I will adjust I'll get the chart back to where I want it to be. Now it should be 014 and the goal line. All right, so now the Seahawks are going to look for a long pass. They're going to try to throw that one way down the field, as they're going to try to throw that one to They're going to try to throw that one to Galloway. So that will be Warren Moon looking for the pass on that one. Let's see what the Eagles are doing on the run play. There's my arrow token. Let's see what the Eagles are doing here. 36. The Eagles are in standard for this one against the pass. Yep. So Moon potentially with a chance to make some big yardage against the Eagles defense. Let's see what he can do. Warren drops Moon back in the shotgun. He will take the snap. He drops back, and here's the throw. 55 is going to be a 6 on a long pass, as they were in standard on this one. 6 on a long pass. Ooh, that one's going to drop, and that will be incomplete through the hands of Galloway. He had plenty of daylight ahead of him, but he had plenty of daylight, but the Seahawks, but Galloway just couldn't catch it. That'll be 2nd and 20. And this time the Seahawks are going to try to give that over to Waters. See if he can get some good yards on the ground. As for the Eagles' defense, .64 against the run. They're going to be in standard again for this one. That's going to be an outside run. CS? Yes, CS. So Moon will once again drop back with the snap. He will hand that off to Waters. Waters cuts to the outside. Can he find a lane? Let's find out. 23 is a 29. That does not sound like he's going to find a lane. And actually, he's going to get buried back there. He's going to lose 4 yards. As that'll push the Seahawks back to their 6. Third and close to forever. As they're at the 6, and now Moon is going to have to air this one out. We'll take off 30 seconds for the completed play. Moon's got to go deep on this one. He's going to go long pass to... He's going to go long pass to Galloway again. Galloway can't keep dropping these long passes. Let's see what the Eagles can do on defense. .52 is going to be, Eagles are playing for the run. So there should be another chart here. Yep. Long pass, and they are CG. So the Eagles are playing for the run. Moon is back in the shotgun again. He will take the snap. Waters fakes taking the ball, but he's going to stay back to block. Moon looking downfield. He lets it go, and here's the throw. 61 is going to be a 14, and a 14. That one's going to fall incomplete, and the Seahawks are going to have to punt. An early drive holding penalty completely derails the Seattle drive, as now the Seahawks have to get ready to punt this one away. And the Eagles are going to come out of this with probably pretty good field position. So let's see if we can find a punt here. 14 to the goal line. Actually, offense 14 to the goal line. Okay, now that we've got that figured out. The Seahawks are going to have to punt that one away. They're not going for it on 4th and forever. That will bring out the punter for the Seahawks, who is Jeff. Wait, I've got the Eagles special teams here. Whoops. Wow, I are smart tonight. That will bring Feagles out to punt for the Seahawks, as he's got to punt from the back of his own end zone. Feagles takes the snap, and here's the kick. 51 on a K is going to be a 4, and that should be a beauty of a punt. Ooh, that's going to be a booming punt. 62 yards and fielded by D10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2. So that will be fielded by Mike Zordich at the 32. Let's see what he can do with this return. Zordich takes the return. There should be a punt return. There we are. Let's see what he can do here. 65 on an R is a 21. And that's going to be a 4-yard return as the Eagles' defense gets down there quickly, as Zordich will get buried on the return. But the Eagles are very much still in this game. We'll tick off 15 seconds for the play. And then it'll be 1st and 10 Philly at their own 36. And they're going to start off with an outside run to Staley, as the Eagles now have a somewhat short field to try to take the lead. So that'll be Staley. Let's see what kind of defense the Seahawks are looking at on this one. 35 against the run. The Seahawks are in standard defense. So that should be our main chart. D31010. What did we say? Outside run to Staley, CS. All right. So that will be Pete that'll be Pete dropping back with that. He'll hand the ball off to Staley. Staley will take off, look for a lane on the outside. He'll cut, and here's the run. 62 is a 24. And that will be a 1-yard pickup. He'll get back to the line, maybe get another yard out of it. 2nd and 9 for the Eagles from their own 37. They're going to try a medium pass this time, and they're going to look for Fryer on the pass. Let's see what kind of defense the Seahawks are going for here. 32. The Seahawks are playing the run. They're expecting the Eagles to use their offensive firepower here. But the Eagles seem to be coming out they have a 4 wide receiver set here coming out. Pete will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff to Staley. Staley will stay back to block. Pete looking downfield. Here's the throw. 53 on a pass play. That's going to be a 12, and that's going to fall incomplete. We'll tick off another 15 seconds, and that will be 3rd and 9. Philly from their 37, they're going to try a medium pass again. This time they're going to go to Graham on the pass. Let's see what the Seahawks do here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying tonight's exhibition game of APBA Football. 52, the Seahawks are guessing run again. So Pete may have an opportunity here to make some yardage. He will take the snap. He'll drop back, and here's the throw. A 12 on a P is going to be a 26. And an R result. Is that an R penalty? That's a quarterback scramble, actually. So he's going to have to take off on the R column. So we'll roll again on an R column. So a scramble would probably be considered an inside run, I would think. So they're in CG still. Actually, yeah, they're in CG still. So Pete has got to take off with that one. He can't get the ball off. That's a 54. My pen went over here. 54 on a run is going to be a 35. And he's going to get sacked for a 2-yard loss, but a possible penalty. So a 2-yard loss, but let's check the flag. That's an E-column penalty. Let's see what the penalty is on the play. There's a flag. Actually, we'll tick off 15 seconds, and now we'll check the flag. 46 is going to be a holding on the offense. That penalty will be declined, and it'll be 4th down for Philadelphia. And here will come the special teams unit for the Eagles to punt that ball away. And we'll be sending out Tom Hutton to make the punt here for the Eagles. So let me finish making my notes here. That's a 34 on the punt. 34 on the K column is a 36. Let's get to the right chart. 34 on a punt is going to be 49 to 15. So what did we say? 34 was a 36. And that'll be a 43-yard punt downed, but a Z column penalty. J is probably an injury, but I'm not playing with injuries. Yep. So that will be a 43 downed. So 43 down, Z penalty. 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. Now let's check the penalty. Oh, we've got penalties right here. So that's a Z column penalty. 33 is going to be a 24. And that's going to be a roughing the kicker on the defense. So that'll back him up. That'll back him up another 15 yards, sending them down to the 7. And that will still be a Philly 1st down. We'll tick off 15 seconds on the play, and now the Eagles have a long way to go. So that'll be 1st and 10. Actually, that was all... Wait a minute. No, that's Seattle. That's actually got the long way to go. So Seattle from their own 7. Let's get the offense on for Seattle and the defense for Philadelphia. So we need the Seattle offense, which is right here. And the Philadelphia defense. Did I move a set of... Yep. Looks like I moved the Seattle offense over by Philadelphia. Whoops. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go for an outside run to Waters, as the Seahawks would love to get some breathing room here. And then we've got the Eagles defense over here. Let's see what defense they're playing at. And 11, they're waiting for this one. So let's get back to our proper chart. 14 and the goal line. There we go. All right, so that's going to be an outside run to Waters. And they're in CG. So the Eagles are waiting for this one. As Moon will drop back. He'll hand that off to Waters on the quarterback draw. Waters looking for a hole. And here's the play. 34 on a run is going to be a 35. And that'll be a 4-yard gain, but a possible penalty. So a 4-yard gain, but we have to check the penalty. So we'll tick off 30 seconds. And then we check the penalty. All right, let's see what the penalty is on the play. $51. That's an 18, and that's going to be offsides on the defense. They will take the 5-yard penalty, and we'll run the play again. So from the 7, they'll end up at the 12, and it'll be 1st and 5. And they're going to try a medium pass on this one. Seattle is going to look for Galloway on the medium pass. Seattle right now is just trying to kill clock. Philly, 42, is going to be in standard for this play. So that will be Warren Moon's card again. Moon will drop back. Let's get over to the right chart on a medium pass. They're in standard for this one. Moon drops back. He takes the snap, and here's the pass. 15 is going to be a 7. That sounds, I was going to say that sounds incomplete, but it's actually not. That will be a 17-yard pickup, and that will be a first down. We will tick time off on the clock, as it'll be 1st and 10 for Seattle or for Philadelphia. From their own 29. So they've got some breathing room. They're going to have to keep airing this one out. They're going to throw this one to Pritchard on another medium pass. The Eagles defense, 64. They're in standard again. Seahawks looking for Wait, why would the Seahawks be throwing this ball? They're in the lead right now. Actually, they're pretty deep. So the Seahawks, Moon will drop back on the pass, and here's the play. 15 is going to be a 7, and that's going to be another 17-yard pickup. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And that will be another Seattle first down, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the game. 1st and 10. Seattle from their own 46. Now they're going to start going into chewing clock mode. They're going to give that one to Waters up the middle. The Eagles, on a 12, are playing pass. Waters can probably slip through into the backfield. He will get the snap. Actually, he'll take the direct snap. He'll take off looking for a hole in the middle. Let's find out if there is one. 44. 44 on a run play is a 16. So this was an inside run against a pass defense. Let's change our charts. Let's see. So we want to be there. Inside run against a pass defense. What did we say? 44 was a 16. And that'll be an 8-yard pickup on the direct snap. 7, 8. And the Eagles are going to have to call timeout. They will have 2 remaining. So they'll make that play count for 15 seconds by calling a timeout. Seahawks are looking to keep this one inbounds as much as they can. They want to keep the clock moving. Make the Eagles burn their timeouts. 2nd and 2. Seattle from the Philadelphia 46. They're going to run that right up the gut, and they're going to give this one to Strong. Let's see what kind of defense the Eagles are playing on this one. 62. The Eagles are in standard for this one. It's a strong level of standard, though. Let's see what Strong is able to do with that run. .54. That'll be a 35 on the run. And that's going to be 2 yards and a possible penalty. So it's a first down if this run isn't called back. On an E-column penalty. This could be a huge penalty for both teams. That's a 46. And that's a 7. That'll be a holding on the offense. Actually, holding offense. I already ticked off the 15 seconds. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. 2nd and 12. from their own 44. All right, Seattle, I think, is going to put that one in the air. They're going to look for a short pass to... They're going to look for a short pass to May. Let's see what defense the Eagles are in for this one. That is a 63. They are playing for the run. That'll be a short pass. So a short pass against a BG, a run defense. Let's see what Pete can do with this one. Actually, that'll be Moon trying to do something with this. He will drop back. Moon will look over the middle. He's got a short pass available to him. May running a short hook route, and here's the throw. 56 on a pass play. That'll be an 18. And an 18 is going to be caught for no gain. So May gets back to the line, but that's about it. The Eagles are going to have to call a timeout here. So they will have one remaining. As we'll make that play count for 15 seconds. Third and 12 for the Seahawks. They're still at their own 44 in the middle of the field. They're going to go for a medium pass on this one. They're looking for Pritchard on the play. The Eagles' defense. 66. They're playing for the pass. So this is going to be a medium pass and into a pass defense. Moon will drop back with the pass. He's looking downfield. He's got his eyes on Pritchard. He will let that go, and here's the throw. 24 is going to be a 17, and that's going to fall incomplete, and the Eagles are going to dodge a bullet there. The Seahawks will have to punt that one away and trust that they can get the ball back. Into the game will come the punt team for the Seahawks. Eagles coming on to punt this one away. Updating my notes. Here comes the punt. Eagles with it. He will take the snap, and here's the kick. That is a 45. That's a 6 on the punt column. That should be a beauty of a punt. And it, 49-15, 45 was a 6. And that will be a beauty of a punt. Well, 44 yards, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. 44 D10, I believe. Yes, 44 D10. So that'll be fielded for the Eagles by Zordich once again. Zordich with the return. Let's see what he can do with this one. That's a 26 on an R column. That'll be a 20. And a 20 will be a 7-yard return. Up to the 19. And the Eagles have got to get a touchdown out of this drive. They've got 1:15 left to do it and one timeout. They want the sidelines here on every play they can get to it. The Eagles have one timeout left. The Seahawks still have 2 available to them. 1st and 10 for Philly. From their own 19. They've got to march 81 yards to win this game. They will start with a medium pass to Fryer. Can we declare that we're aiming for the sidelines? Because I think that's where the Seahawks that's where the Eagles would be looking on every play here. So let me check that real quick just to make sure they can declare that they're aiming for the sidelines. There's one or two grades above. There's one or two letters above. Raise the offensive index by 1 for that letter. I've not been paying attention to that, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Let's see. If you called a pass, name your receiver. Okay, out of bounds. Count as half plays only after the 25th play in the second quarter and fourth quarters. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention to that. So so they're going to go for Fryer on this play. He's an A. And how does the index work on that? I'm not exactly sure on that. So if he's an A and your offense is a B. Okay, I've not been paying attention to that. I don't think I had that on the sheets to worry about, so we're not going to worry about that. That'll be a pass to Fryer, medium pass. Let's see what the Eagles can do on or what the Seahawks can do on defense. 42 against a pass. They're in standard. So that'll be, so I want this chart, medium pass in standard. So that'll be Pete dropping back with that play. He will take the snap, looking for Fryer, trying to get into the secondary. Pete will see if he can find him. He will let it go. Here's the throw. 52 on a pass play is a 28. That sounds very incomplete-ish. Uh-oh. And Pete's actually going to end up sacked for an 8-yard loss. That'll back him up to the 11, and the Eagles will have to burn their last timeout. So the Eagles are now out of timeouts. And now let me get my second play log here, which I had ready. Perfect. All right, so 2nd and 19. Philadelphia from their own 11. They got to go long on this one as much as they don't want to. They're going to go long to Fryer again. Let's see what the Seahawks can do with this one. 44. Seahawks have got to be waiting for this one. They are. So that's going to be between 14 and goal line. So that's a long pass and a BD. So the Seahawks are waiting for this pass. Pete will drop back with the pass. He's looking for Fryer. Fryer going deep. He will let that one fly. Here's the throw. That's a 13. On a pass, that's a 13 as well. And that one is going to fall incomplete. And now we're looking at 3rd and 19. We'll tick off another 15 seconds. Philly is going to go medium pass to Dunn. What kind of defense are the Seahawks playing for this one? That first down sack is probably going to be the death knell for the Eagles tonight. 26. Seahawks are in standard defense. Can the Eagles do anything with this? .62 on a pass play is going to be an 18, and that's going to fall incomplete. Last chance for the Eagles on 4th and 19. They are going to have to throw this one all the way down the field. They're going to have to go long on this one. They're going to go long to Fryer. They need it all here. They also need to get this ball out of bounds. Seahawks. 15. They're playing for the pass. Can the Seahawks hold on to survive this game? We've got one more roll of the dice. If this falls incomplete, the Seahawks are going to come out in victory formation. Let's see what happens here. Heat drops back. He's got 5 receivers. He's alone in the backfield. He's got plenty of time. Everybody's running down the field. Pete's going to let this one air out, and here comes the throw. That die ended up cocked. I couldn't tell what it was. 62 is going to be an 18, and that is going to fall incomplete, and that will do it for the game. Seahawks will come out in victory formation with 15 seconds left. The Seahawks will kneel down, and as the Eagles have no timeouts, there will be the final gun, and that will be the end of the game. The Seattle Seahawks will hold off the Philadelphia Eagles in this one by a final score of 33-28. Stadium groans. Ugh. That was a nail biter right down to the end, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quarter, but we are not quite done yet because I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here. And then we've got another half of a test to run here. If you were around for my 1972 Momentum Football replay, you know that there's still a ticker tape coming up. And the ticker I use for that is Ultra Quick Football. So far, I'm pretty happy with how this test has gone in APBA Football, surprisingly. I was worried about this game being a sprawling mess, because when I'm looking at football games, when you hear me say the words sprawling mess, that is usually a death knell for the game. But in this case, I think I actually kept it pretty well organized enough to where it didn't end up being a sprawling mess. So I did actually kind of like how this played once I got into the flow a little bit more. But I'm going to do just enough cleanup to where I can bring the ticker and the dice tower into shot. As we'll also get the defensive play calling cards picked up. Let's make sure they're in numerical sequence. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play a full 4-quarter game if I were to use APBA Football as the base for a full season replay. I just don't have that kind of time. And I'm not going to be playing a full 4-quarter game either. See previous statement. But I do want to get this picked up at least a little bit before we jump into the ticker tape. All right. That's my game clock. Right, what did I do with my Seattle cards? I didn't put them back in here for some insane reason, did I? No, nope. Okay, they're actually on the mailer. Never mind. So far, I think all of my engines are working in terms of replays. What I've done for testing for football is I did a double ticker test using Momentum Football, and that actually worked very, very well, where I could do 2 games as the feature games and then run the ticker for the rest of the games after that. 5D20 Football, I initially was not impressed with how that worked, but after I had a little bit of time to process everything there, I actually was pretty happy with how that game worked. Now, the flow is hell in terms of commentary, but I think it'll be fine once I get into the game. Plus, as long as I'm not playing all 4 quarters, that won't be a problem either. I didn't realize that camera was crooked all game. Let's see. Here's the Ultra Quick Football chart. And it is now time to run the ticker test, the ticker half of the test, using Ultra Quick Football by Downey Games. For those of you who don't know how this works, I'll just explain it real quick. So each team starts off with a base score that's generated from basically a complicated process that I've designed to be able to build these tickers. Since Downey Games normally comes out with these ratings in letters, well, actually, it's not that complicated in Ultra Quick Football. You basically take the base offense, subtract defense and home field considerations, and then that's where you get the base score from. And then with a D percentile roll for each team, you'll pull off the chart based on that modifier to get the final score. And as such, we're going to roll the ticker here. So the Seattle Seahawks defeat the Philadelphia Eagles by a final score of 33-28. How does the rest of the league fare? Let's find out. We'll start off with the Falcons and the Panthers. As we're rolling green for the away team, red for the home team. The Falcons roll a 53 on the Ultra Quick Football chart. That means we're adding 2 to their base score to bring them up to 22 points. The Panthers roll a 25, so we're subtracting 3 points from their base score. And the Falcons win this one by a final score of 22-12. Jaguars and the Bears. Jaguars roll a 49, no change to their base score. Bears roll a 25, they're subtracting 3 points from their base score, and the Jaguars will take that one by a final score of 16-12. Oilers and the Bengals. Apparently this was the season they moved to Tennessee, so the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee, so they were the Tennessee Oilers. The Oilers roll a 69, they're adding 6 points to their base score. Bengals roll a 25, they're subtracting 3 points from theirs, and the Oilers win that one 27-10. Lions and the Packers. Back when the Lions were terrible. The Lions roll a 31. They're subtracting 2 points from their base score. The Lions rolled an 84. They're adding 8 points to their base score. Packers rolled a 31. They're subtracting 2 points from their base score. Still not enough, as the Packers will win that one 23-16. Buccaneers and the Vikings. This was the high-powered Minnesota offense that went to the NFC Championship game. Buccaneers roll a 96. They're adding 17 points to their base score. Vikings roll a 36. No change to their base score. And the Vikings hold on to beat the Buccaneers by a final score of 27-25. Saints and the Rams. Saints roll a 63. They're adding 3 points to their base score. Rams roll a 55. They're adding 2 points to theirs. And the Rams will win that one 17-13. Redskins and the Giants. Redskins roll a 16. They're subtracting 6 points from their base score. We'll call that a safety. Giants roll a 20. They're subtracting 6 points from theirs. And the Giants will win that one by a final score of 15-2. Steelers and the Ravens. Steelers roll an 82. They're adding 8 points to their base score. Ravens roll a 29. They're subtracting 2 from theirs. And the Steelers will win a nail-biter 13-11. Cardinals and the Cowboys. Cardinals roll a 31. They're subtracting 2 points from their base score. Cowboys roll a 67. They're adding 6 points to theirs. And the Cowboys will slap the Cardinals around 28-6. Bills and the Chargers. Bills roll a 32. They're subtracting 2 points from their base score. Chargers roll an 80. They're adding 8 points to theirs. And the Chargers will take that one by a final score of 20-14. Dolphins and the Colts. Dolphins roll a 30. They're subtracting 2 points from their base score. Colts roll a 38. No change to their base score, which will be enough for the Dolphins to win 16-11. Jets and the 49ers. Jets roll a 16. They're subtracting 6 points from their base score. 49ers roll an 84. They're adding 8 points to their base score, and the Niners will win that one 27-8. Raiders and the Chiefs. Raiders roll in 94. They're adding 14 points to their base score. Chiefs roll in 86. They're adding 10 points to theirs. And the Chiefs will win that one 31-25. Last up, Patriots and the Broncos. Patriots roll in 98. They're adding 17 points to their base score. Broncos roll a 71. They're adding 6 points to theirs. And the Broncos will win that one 32-25. And that will do it for this playthrough of APBA Football with a full ticker test. Initially, I've been very intimidated by tabletop football, but my opinion is starting to change on some of these games. It has not changed on Inside Blitz Football, which was the game, to me at least, that coined the term sprawling mess. As for pretty much every other game on the market, I've actually really enjoyed the ones I've played. 5D20 Football costs about, by the time you get everything factored in, it's probably about $20. Well, actually, it's probably like 30 once you get the game part. Actually, I think the game parts are free on Inside Sports' website. So you just need the 5D20s in the colors, and then you're pretty much good to go after that. I've got a field here that I like to use to help me set everything up, as the mat you saw here. And Glory Days Pro Football and Momentum Football are the two I've really liked. And I'll actually unveil the last test I've got coming up. You can probably guess what it is, though. I've got a full season replay of Glory Days Pro Football. I've got a test of that coming up as well. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm at least done with most of the testing that I wanted to do for season replays. That will do it, though, for this play of APBA Football. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to set up tomorrow morning's first stream, as we're going to play Age of Innovation from Fuhrland Spiel. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to dip back under the waves of World War II Europe as we play Beneath the Med by GMT Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.